And we are coming out of the second set break. The Violets are up 2-0. The first set was 25-23. The second set, 25-16. It looks like the Violets have really found their rhythm here in the second set, taking set 2 by a 9-point margin. Some fantastic and really exciting plays there in the second set. We saw all players on the court, both on the side of the Violets and the Hawks, diving all over to save balls. A lot of stuff blocks as well, a lot of service aces, a lot more volleyball to be had, and we're on our way in the third set.
Nico Tenedorio will lead off the serve for the Hawks. Passed up by Oshetsky. Win to Buddy Cohen, who finds a way to get a kill.
Win reaching up, setting that ball with one hand.
Warder in for the Violets to serve for Cohen. Warder
Mishits that ball and whips it out towards the right sideline.
Brutchen back for NewPaltz. Knudsen with the pass. Win will go back to Evans. Evans hammers that cross court. Big swing.
We saw a lot of him swinging line in the first and second set. He changes it up, goes cross court, scores a point for the Violets. What a serve, his third one of the afternoon.
Fourth ace for Evans. Just a simple float serve, yet so effective.
What a swing from Tenedorio out of the back row. Misses just a foot wide. It looks like they're going to him a lot at just a first year.
Shanley now also in setting for the Hawks for Maruza. Doria on the outside. A lot of versatility for Shanley there. He'll go inside to Doria on the 2-ball. Violets keep it up. Evans gets a swing on it.
Approach out of the back row. What an exciting play for the Violets. The crowd loves that one. Bump set by Knudsen. Evans takes off on one leg. Takes a slide approach and gets a kill. Paints just the end line. A lot of energy on the side of the Violets. They're up by 5-1 in the third set here. Misses a serve into the net. Perhaps he was too excited from the point before. Point goes to the Hawks.
Shanley back to serve for the Hawks. Oshetsky with the pass. Win will go to Boyer, who's rejected at the net. They'll try again. Oshetsky free balls it over. Chance for the Hawks. They'll go back to Toplansky. Hammers it down the line. Great dig by Knudsen. In the middle, Chris Shane just puts that away.
Great dig there by Knudsen. I mean, he's just there. He reads the ball perfectly and gets the ball up. Well-deserved UVC Libero of the Year.
Great serve by Shanley as he aces Knudsen.
Twice this match, Knudsen has gotten aced. Don't see a lot of that and won't be seeing a lot of that in the future.
Overpass by Knudsen. Shanley go back to Jane. Hits that one out. Hawks think there may have been a touch, but the ball is called out.
Looks like the set was a little bit low on that. Forces Jane to kind of have to reach under his kind of peak height. Forces the ball to go long out of the back line. Boyer back to serve. Oshetsky back in the front row for the Violets. Misses into the net after Evans missed into the net just the rotation before.
Back-to-back serves as Doria misses into the net. Tchaikovsky comes in to serve for the Violets.
Ace for Tchaikovsky. Really great recovery by him. He missed his first serve of the match. Has done such a phenomenal job since in the second and third set. Service ace. He's back to serve again.
Passed up by Hofer, overpass, and Oshetsky hits that down.
That was a result of another one of Tchaikovsky's great serve. This is the second timeout of the match that he's forced. You don't see a lot of substitutions made on the side of the Violets. We have 5 seniors starting with 2 sophomores on the court as well. Pena doesn't make a lot of substitutions, but a sub that he will make every time is the serving specialist, serving for both the middles, and they've both done such a great job. That's Tchaikovsky and Warder. In the second set, they've been able to string multiple points for the Violets, becoming contributors to that large point margin, 25-16 in the second set, and now they're up by 4. Directly following this match, after a 40-minute warm-up, we'll have Vassar against number 2 seeded Nazareth. Vassar earned a spot to play today after their 3-0 sweep against Hobart yesterday. I mean, what a senior class this is for the Violets. We have 2 of the best outside hitters in the nation. No easy rotations for the Hawks here. 2 of the best middle blockers in the nation, also seniors, giving very little breathing room for the Hawks. With that, we have Tchaikovsky back again to serve.
Just out by Tchaikovsky.
I mean, coaches oftentimes call timeout out of a service run in hopes of kind of icing out the server, in hopes of being able to cut off the run, and Tchaikovsky missing that. Did just that for the Hawks. The point goes to NewPaltz. The score is 9-6. The Violets are up by 3.
Kudlinski in to serve for Jane. Spin it over, pass by Knutson. Win will go to Boyer out of the back row. Trickles. A net violation will be called on the Hawks. Point Violets. Hawks a little bit confused on who exactly that was.
The call is sustained. Point goes to the Violets.
Win serving now for New York. Pass by Doria. Shanley would go to the middle. Dug up. Oshetsky now tries to wrist away shot. That 4-4. Falls a little short into the net. gives the Hawks 7. Just a 3-point lead now for the Violets. Kaplansky with the serve, passed up by Knutson. Win, go outside to Evans.
Wow, what a cross-court shot. Incredible weapon on the right side, just as much on the outside.
Oshetsky to the service line.
What a serve.
Hits off the ceiling. Doria out of system set over the net. Win will go back to Evans. Evans off-speed shot, and that lands just out.
Ooh. Evans, such a threat. I mean, such a powerful swing, but he is able to kind of take off some power behind his swing as well. As a defender, a very tough player to read.
Tenedorio misses into the net. And Water will come in as a serving specialist for the Violets. Big serve by Warder, passed up by Doria. We'll go back to Toplansky, roll shot, dug by Oshetsky. Win. Go in the back one to Kagan.
Off-speed shot results in a kill. Number 4 in the nation for hitting percentage. He'll find a way.
The Hawks call a timeout as they're trailing by 5.
Both timeouts called before 15. This is their last timeout of potentially the match if they're not able to turn it around after this timeout. The score is 13-8 coming into this timeout. In the corner there in the gym, we see Nazareth ready to come onto the court as they're playing right after this match scheduled for 5 p.m. Nazareth, the only team that we haven't seen play yet, playing against Vassar. Number 3 seed against number 2 seed. Should be a great match, should be a competitive match. We anticipate the Hawks to bring out a lot of fight here. We know the Violets have brought incredible energy to this match, coming in as the number 1 seed in the tournament, but the Hawks are gonna have to turn it around if, again, this tournament is single elimination, so it's now or never for the Hawks. Again, a bit of a lineup change for New Paltz. Shanley, who was their kill leader last night, is now setting for the Hawks. Warder back to serve, serving specialist for the Violets.
Just out by Warder.
Back-to-back missed serves out of timeouts. Kudos to head coach of New Paltz, able to get the side out for the Hawks.
Brutschen now serving for New Paltz. Spun over, passed by Oshetsky. Win will go outside to Boyer.
It's the antenna called out.
Oshetsky's passing has been incredible in this match, getting served a lot, trying to get him out of the chance to hit, but he is taking care of a lot of these really tough serves that New Paltz is bringing.
Another perfect bat. Goes a little tight.
Amazing up by Brutschen.
Wow.
Toplansky rolls it over, that ball is down.
What a dig.
Brutschen giving it his all to get that ball up, and he does.
We expect nothing less. The Hawks have so much fight in them, and we hope to see more of that in this third set.
New Paltz slowly closing the lead, only 2 now. Win to Oshetsky at the back row. Timing a little off, he gets it over. Shanley will go outside to Doria. Hammers that down the line.
What a run of points for the Hawks. I mean, forces a timeout called by the Violets. Might be the first of the match. The Hawks are able to lessen the deficit by 1 point. The score is now 13-12. The top 6 teams are playing in the UVC tournament this weekend. The championship will take place tomorrow, where it'll be decided who will get the automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. 2 teams, MIT and Elmira of the UVC, not able to compete in the championship match as they were not able to get a spot in the top 6. They are 2 strong teams, regardless of not being able to attend this weekend. It goes to show how strong the UVC conference is. 5 of 8 teams are ranked nationally. Some of the best volleyball at the D3 level we'll be seeing for the rest of the weekend. Coming out of the last timeout, no timeouts left for the Hawks and 1 left for the Violets, in hopes of stopping the service run by the Hawks.
Bretchen, another great serve, passed up by Oshetsky. Win will go to the middle, and Kagan. Great dig by Tenedario. They get it over, and Shanley, deep dump to the left corner. He gets a kill.
So clever by him. I mean, he saw that nobody was in that corner and places it perfectly. Oshetsky not able to get a touch on the ball.
Bretchen ties it up with his service run. And that's the end of it. He serves into the net.
Incredible contribution by him as a middle blocker in the back line, able to bring the Hawks back into the game. This is Evans back to serve for the Violets now.
Passed up by Hofer, overpass, and
stuffed by Shanley.
that ball didn't even travel in the air from Boyer's hand into Shanley's. He was up and he was over. That ball went straight down. Pass by Oshetsky. Win will go to the middle. Kagan, roofed by Jane.
Stuffed block. That is your #1 blocker in the UVC, shutting down Rye Kagan, first team all UVC. What a block.
Shanley still behind the line for the Hawks. Rips a jump serve. Oshetsky will set Boyer at assistant, who tips it. Finds a little bit of room in the block of the Hawks to tool it and tie this game back up.
The Hawks led for the first time in a while, short-lived. We're all tied up at 15 here.
Boyer serving for NYU. Hofer with the pass. Shanley will go to Doria.
What a play! Wow. Shanley, not even their primary setter, runs such a impressive and dynamic play. Doria out of the middle, hitting a 2-ball straight down into the hardwood. Violet's feeling a little bit of pressure here. They're down in this 3rd set after being up by a significant gap.
Boyer with the pass. They'll go outside to Oshetsky. Matt Toplansky with the finish.
Forces the
Hawks.
second time out by Pena. Wow, what a fight they've put up. The Hawks really able to turn it around after that last time out. NYU, a little bit of nerves here. They're down by 2 points. at the beginning of the set, they were up by a significant margin. It looked like they were having a little bit more fun. Looks like they're putting on a little bit more of a serious face here, being down by 2 points. NewPaltz, as we mentioned, refusing to go down without a fight. What an incredible volleyball player Shanley is. I mean, him and Tenedorio was leading the team in kills last night, and now he is running the offensive system himself. He is setting for the Hawks right now.
We also saw him in the first set initially come in as a defensive specialist for Doria in the back row.
All-round phenomenal player, and talking about Doria himself, he's done so much for the Eagles, especially this weekend. He came out in the latter half of the St. John Fisher match and absolutely made an impact. And in this match as well, playing against #1 ranked NYU, he has really set his foot down and strung multiple points here for NewPaltz in this third set. We're coming out of no more timeouts for both teams, and now it's just both teams playing. Oshetsky with the kill. Wow, straight down, 4-4. Great recovery. I don't know what Pena said in that timeout, but the boys are fired up. We have Tchaikovsky back to serve, serving specialist for the Violets.
Big serve by Tchaikovsky. Shanley will go to the inside. Tenedorio gets the swing past the block. Violets unable to dig. And Matt Kudlinski will come in to serve for NewPaltz.
The Hawks up by 2 despite being down by 5 earlier this set.
Serve goes long, 1-point game. And Devin Nguyen will head back to the line. Shanley will go to Tenedorio, who's blocked by Evans. Tenedorio tries again. Another great touch. Knutson with a dig. Win goes back to Evans.
What a play by Evans. First of all, Devin Nguyen pushing the ball back. We've seen a lot of setters push it forward, sideline to sideline, but Devin Nguyen able to reverse the flow from the left sideline. Evans getting up, tooling off the block, resulting in a point, all tied up here at 18-18.
Win serve is in the net. Maroza subbing in for Toplansky for the back row. He'll likely set so Shanley can hit on the right side. Knutson with a pass. Win will go back to Oshetsky. Tools the block. It's tie game at 19.
How exciting. This is what the UVC is all about. We have #1 playing #5 and all tied up here in the third set, 19-19. Anyone's set here.
Toplansky comes back in for Maroza. Playing right back. Shanley back to setting. Oshetsky at the service line.
Takes him off this time.
They'll go back to Toplansky. Knutson with a great dig. Boyer out of system to Evans. Roll shot. Shanley will go to back one. And it's Peter Bretchen who puts that ball away for the Hawks.
The Hawks able to reach 20 before the Violets.
Tenedurio now serving. A little bit quieter this match, only 6 kills in the third set as opposed to his 15 last night. Wynn unable to run down the pass from Boyer, and Tenedurio gets that ace.
What an incredible comeback by the Eagles here. So much fight in this team. No more timeouts left for either team.
Buddy Cohen with the pass will go outside to Boyer. Shanley will go outside to Doria, off the block, dug by Oshetsky. Back to Evans, he smashes that ball. Cross court, Emerson Evans just bringing the boom. Buddy Cohen serving for the Violets.
Usually Warder subbing in to serve, Cohen serving for himself this rotation around. We're winding down here in the third set. The winner of this match will have an opportunity to compete for a bid tomorrow afternoon.
Out of system for the Hawks outside to Doria, sets it over. Oshetsky out of system set to Evans.
Wow, just
Puts
goes
that
to
ball
show.
away.
He brings the boom once again, back to back. Evans, incredible. Just goes to show how versatile and great volleyball players these boys are. I mean, Oshetsky sets the ball out of system with his hands perfectly to the right side to his teammate Evans. All tied up at 21-21, 4 points to go for both teams.
Great serve by Buddy Cohen. Shanley will go back row, Tenedurio. Rai Kagan rejects. And Evans and Kagan put the ball down, giving the Violets a 1-point lead.
So much hype for that ball. I mean, you really can't trap set a ball on the Violet side. You have too many talented blockers. There's no room to work with that ball, and Evans shuts that ball straight down. 22-21. What an exciting third set we have here. The momentum is on the Violet side here a bit. Cohen back to serve.
Trickle by Cohen. Go to Brutchen.
Great response from the Hawks.
Brutchen really coming through for NewPaltz here. He had a big service run earlier as a middle and played excellent defense as well to help his team come back, and now he's trying to help him push to 25. Oshetsky with the pass win. We'll go back to Evans. Evans just unstoppable right now.
He's had 3 kills in the past 5 points. A go-to for the Violets. Two points to go for the Violets to take this match.
Served by Evans. Shanley goes to the middle. Chris Jane.
Chris Jane with a kill. Wow.
All tied up at 23 as Shanley heads back to serve for NewPaltz. Win front row for the Violets. Pass by Oshetsky, win. Goes to the middle, Rai Kagan. That ball is
Misses
out.
by a hair. What a cross-court swing. Gives game point to the Hawks. A little bit of nerves here for the third set. The score is extremely close after the second set being 25-16. We are at 23-24.
Knudsen with the pass win will go back to Evans, who's rejected by Doria.
And the Hawks take the third set and forces a fourth set. Wow, the Hawks coming in at the number 5 seed takes a set off number 1 ranked in the nation, NYU Violets. Very exciting match here. After being down by a significant deficit in the third set, they're able to come back and win that third set by 2 points, 25-23. The Hawks have an extra life here, fighting for a 5th set. We'll be right back to start off the 4th. And we're coming out of the third set break, just about ready to start the 4th. NewPaltz Hawks refusing to go down against number 1 ranked NYU. Such great fight behind this team. They were down in the third set by a significant margin in the beginning. Regardless, they were able to turn it around. 25-23, they took that set. They really brought the energy towards the end of that set, especially. It looks like the rotation change to Shanley setting worked out for the Hawks. They were able to take that third set. Set score is now 2-1.
Matthew Warder back to serve for NYU. Trickles it over past Shanley.
Chris Jane making a diving play for that.
Oshetsky goes out of system to Evans. He finds the outside hand of Doria. Gives the Violets the first point of this set. Big serve by Warder. Tenedorio with the pass. Shanley will go to Chris Shane in the middle. Hits that in the net.
Seen a lot of Jane with some big swings, not quite able to make it over the net that time.
Warder goes back for his third serve. Another great serve. Shanley will go outside to Doria, and he
Stuffed.
is rejected. Emerson Evans got the bulk of that. Rykagan up with the assist.
Evans playing a significant role towards the end of the third set here. He's bringing the energy into the fourth. Kill and a block apiece in the first 3 points of the match.
He's leading the Violets in kills right now, 15 for him.
Triple block on Doria. Unforced error gives the points to the Violets. Interesting to see the Violets starting in rotation 3 with a serving specialist in to start the match. A very unique decision by Pina, working regardless. 23-0 record by them.
Warder ends his run. Serve goes long. It'll be Shanley behind the ball for NewPaltz. Serve to Oshetsky. Win. Will go to the middle. Rykagan just terminates that ball.
Great athleticism by Kagan there. He just reaches so high over the block of Chris Jane.
Evans back to serve for NYU. Evans with the roll shot.
What a
dug
dig.
up by Hofer. To Plansky, cross court. Canute with the dig. Win will go outside to Boyer. Roll shot. Dug up again by Hofer. Shanley will go to Tenedoria out of the back row. Tips it. Kagan saves it off the block. Evans out of the back row. Another dig by Tenedoria. To Plansky with the attempt. Out of the back row. Oshetsky tips it deep and out. Great rally, ends in a NewPaltz point.
Such a powerful approach by Oshetsky. He lands on the other side of the net from that attack. Regardless, unforced error by Oshetsky gives a free point to the Hawks.
Doria with the serve. Let's go to Kagan. Great dig by Shanley, popped up. Knutson to win. And Oshetsky gets that kill, touches the block of the Hawks, gives the Violets a 4-point lead, and Luke Boyer will head back to serve. Oshetsky now in the front row, along with Wynn and Kagan. Shanley will go to Jane. Knutson gets the dig outside to Oshetsky.
Wow, what a swing.
Oshetsky just flying high. The block seemed like it was there, and he somehow found a way around it, just burying that ball.
Really early timeout called by the Hawks. The Violets have an early lead. Again, it could be anyone's game in the last set. The Violets were up by a significant margin. Ended up losing the third set. For the Violets, Oshetsky and Evans, 16 and 15 kills apiece. I mean, 31 kills just by those two players versus the Hawks. No one has reached double digits in kills yet. Violets look like they're running a little bit of a more effective offensive system. They're hitting a 350 versus NewPaltz hitting a 226.
47 kills for the Violets this afternoon as opposed to the Hawks 33. Great defense on both sides though. NYU with 33 digs, NewPaltz 27. NYU's blocking really picking up though. 5 more blocks than the Hawks at 8. Interesting to see how NewPaltz will come out of this timeout, how Coach Petrus will have talked to them, fired them up.
It looks like the NYU block is a little bit more physical than the front row of the Hawks. They want to score some points. They got to find a way around the Violets' wall. Boyer back to serve out of this timeout.
Hofer with the pass. Shanley will go outside to Tenedorio. Knutson, great dig. They'll go to Evans. Dorio with the dig. The rest of the Hawks unable to get that up. Evans will get his 16th kill this afternoon. Both him and Oshetsky at 16, just proving their effectiveness for this Violet offense.
Tenedorio, by the way, attacked with one blocker up. Knutson basically digging on an open net, able to get the ball up regardless for the Violets.
Shanley now to Jane. Dug by Wynn. Out of system to Evans in the back row. And he gets that past Chris Jane.
Such great hands by Knutson there. I mean, a couple times this season we saw Zach Knutson actually out of the libero jersey as a backup setter for the Violets. Just goes to show his versatility and leadership on the court here.
Shanley goes to Tenedorio, tips it. Very smart play by the freshman. Had a few big swings on his past attempts. Just tips it right over. The Violets are dug in. A little bit trickier to run down. Kudlinski serving for the Hawks.
Service ace.
Snipes that on the line, and it's an ace for Kudlinski. Oshetsky hoping that was out, but very
barely
precise.
paints the sideline.
Another great serve passed up by Knutson. They'll go back to Kagan.
What a swing. Wow, what a connection by Wynn as well. I mean, he finds him behind, sets a perfect tempo ball. Kagan shoots it right into the hardwood. What a kill by Kagan. Tchaikovsky checks in back in the game as a serving specialist, up by 6 points, expecting to see some confidence behind the serve.
Big serve by Tchaikovsky. Shanley will go back to Toplansky. Tipped into the block. The Violets unable to get it up outside of the net. And that's another kill for Toplansky, almost reaching double digits. He'll go out as Matt Maruza will come in and serve. Maybe set a little bit if they want Shanley to hit. Oshetsky with the pass. Win will go to Buddy Cohen in the middle.
Cohen with a kill. I mean, Kagan was out of the game after smashing the ball straight down. Another middle blocker comes in, just as effective as the first. That's Buddy Cohen, senior middle blocker for the Violets.
Win at the service line for NYU. Misses just short in the net. Trims the Violets lead down to just 5 as Tenedorio heads back to serve. Big serve by Tenedorio ends right on the end line. Violets not happy about that call, but Tenedorio will get the ace. Tenedorio working hard offensively and defensively this match. 7 kills, 6 digs, almost to a double-double. Also proving himself from the service line. Passed by Knutson. Win will go back to Oshetsky on the right side.
Wow, with a strong approach like that, the defensive line of the Hawks were dug in. Oshetsky takes so much off that ball, roll shots it right in the middle of the court. Very tough ball to dig. Number 9 in the nation for service aces in the back line. Foot faults for the second time. Very high risk, high reward player back there. Very aggressive swing.
Brutchen mixes into the net, and Buddy Cohen will head back.
Pena making the decision to not have Warder back there to serve. Cohen did such a great job last set going on a service run with his floater.
Doria with the pass. Shanley will go to the middle. Chris Jane dug up by Oshetsky when we'll go back to Evans. Off the outside hand of Doria. Evans.
18th kill of the night. Cohen back there to serve once again. And there's that play once again. Doria out of the 2-ball in the middle. Towards the middle of the third set, we saw Nazareth kind of getting ready to play in the next match. The Eagles turned it around, took that third set despite being down by a large margin. They are down once again. Expecting to see a fight from them. Serves out, Shanley. Point goes to the Violets.
Evans back to serve for New York. Pass by Doria. Shanley will go to the middle. Chris Jane dug up by Knudsen. Wynn will go outside to Boyer. He's rejected at the net. Violets will cycle it. He'll try again. Hitting it just out of the deep corner. Violets lead down to 5.
Boyer a little error heavy this match. Very uncharacteristic of him. At 4 kills and 2 digs. Oshetsky holding down the ground, 17 kills, 5 digs.
Wynn will go back to Evans.
Solo block.
Dug by Doria. Luke Boyer out of system. Oshetsky will free ball that. They'll go outside to Tenedorio, who hammers that ball down. Rookie of the year, smashing that ball. Doria will remain serving for NewPaltz. Pass by Oshetsky. Win outside to Boyer, roll shot. Tenedorio's there to pick it up. Shanley will go to Chris Jane. Kagan touches that on the block, but unable to dig it following that touch.
The score is now 15-12. Timeout call forced on the Violets side by being down 6 points towards the beginning of the set. They're only down by 3 now. It's not often you see Pena calling a timeout, but he's been calling multiple throughout this match. Number 5 seeded NewPaltz Hawks giving a hard time for NYU, ranked number 1. We see on the side of the Hawks, they're running 2 liberos, one for serve receive, one for defense. You see that a lot when you have different strengths and different defensive players there. Zach Knudsen, however, on the side of the NYU Violets, holding down on serve receive, holding down on defense, doing it all for the Violets. Well-deserved UVC Libero of the Year. Holding down the defensive line for the number 1 ranked team in the nation, 23-0 once again. Directly following this match, we'll have Nazareth playing Vassar. They will also be competing for a spot in the championship tomorrow at 2 p.m. Coming out of this timeout, we have 15-12. The Hawks are down by 3. Great service run by Doria back here. Tenedorio back in the front row for the Hawks, Rookie of the Year.
Serve goes long.
Once again, a miss serve out of timeout. Great call there by Jose Pina. Cuts off the run of Doria. Boyer back to serve.
Oshetsky returns to the front row for the Violets. Passed by Hofer. They'll go back to Toplansky. Just out.
Puts the Violets at 17, up by 5 points. Boyer back to serve. Oshetsky back in the front row.
Pass by Tenedorio. Shanley will go to the middle. Christian. A little bit of a miss set. Violets go outside to Oshetsky off the block. Great dig by Doria. They'll run it down. Shanley gets it. Tenedorio free balls it over. Free ball for the Violets. They'll go back to Evans. Great dig by Shanley.
Miscommunication there. A really important point of the set. 18-12. Up by 6 now. What an offensive line Devin Wynn has for the Violets. Right now he has Oshetsky on the outside, Ryke Hagan in the middle, Emerson Evans in the back row. He just has options all around. Luke Boyer in the back row as well. We've been seeing a little bit of this match.
NewPaltz calls a timeout as the Violets lead is now 6 at 18-12.
Yeah, I mean their last timeout of potentially the match as they're down by 6, winding down here in the 4th set. Regardless, like, we cannot call the match early, as in the last set we saw the Hawks coming back and winning the 3rd set by 2 points. 25-23. This is a team with a lot of fight. Last night they played in a 5-setter match. I can imagine the boys are a little bit tired. They've already had 8 sets under their belt. NYU Violets with the #1 seed earning a bye in the first round. They're coming off fresh. This is their first match of the tournament. NewPaltz on their last life here, coming out of this timeout. They are down by 6. Let's see if they're able to lessen the deficit here on the #1 ranked team in the nation.
Looking in to the huddle for NewPaltz just now, it was Shanley who really took the lead to try and fire his team up. Just a junior, taking on a big role for this team. Boyer back to serve for the Violets. Boyer into the net.
The 3rd missed serve out of a timeout.
Matt Kidlinski coming in once again as a serving specialist. Gonna try to get a few points for his team and close the gap with the Violets here. Passed by Oshetsky. Win. Go back to Kagan, and he's rejected at the net. It's Tenedorio and Brutshin, 2 freshmen, rejecting the senior for the Violets.
What a successful timeout call by the Hawks. They were able to score back-to-back points. The deficit is now 4.
And Kidlinski into the net.
Tchaikovsky checking back in as a serving specialist. Let's see if he's able to do the job and get the Violets closer to that 25-point mark in the 4th set to take the match. First year, Tchaikovsky back to serve. Service ace. Gets the Violets to 20. 6-point lead for the Violets. They're also up a set. 5 points to go to take the match. and to earn a spot in the championship tomorrow. Ooh, missed serve there. Free point for the Hawks. Now or never for the Hawks. I mean, due to their ranking and NPI position, this could be the end of their season. They got to give it their all. They're down by 5 here in the 4th set. Also down a set.
Maruza into serve for Japlansky into the net.
Tough spot to miss your serve in, giving the Violets 4 points to go to take the match.
Japlansky coming back in. Play some back row for the Hawks as Wynn is at the line for New York. Floated in, Hofer with the pass. They'll go outside, Tenedorio. Wynn gets a touch.
Wow, what a
diving save by Boyer. And Tenedorio gets the kill. That would have been a very high energy play for the Violets, but Tenedorio shuts it down.
Great defensive effort there by Devin Wynn.
Luke Boyer also making that diving save.
Special characteristics of the two outsides. They're just a force both in the front and the back row. Miss serve there gives the Violets 22, 3 points to go. Oshetsky back to serve. The last time he served, he foot faulted.
Oshetsky.
Service ace this time. 23-16, winding down here in the 4th set and in the match. 2 points to go for the Violets, 9 points to go for the Hawks.
Oshetsky's serve so powerful, the passers sitting back waiting for it to get hammered to them. When it hits the tape and slows down, it's very tough to get to. Oshetsky.
What a serve, back-to-back aces. Wow, it almost looks like a back row attack with how much force that ball comes down on. Number 9 in the nation, service aces. Gives a game point to the Violets. Substitution, late substitution here in the 4th set.
It's Spiegel coming in for Toplansky.
1 point to go for the Violets for a championship spot tomorrow.
Oshetsky tries to mix it up, drop it short, lands in the net. It's Brutchen headed to the back line.
Serving specialist coming in 24-17, 1 point to go.
It's number 3, Carter Lotz, the senior. Pass by Oshetsky. Wynn will go to Evans. Evans tips in the net. No block in front of him. A little bit low set. Looks like he was running a slide. And Lotz will get himself another serve.
Back-to-back errors for the Violets. 2 points. 2 opportunities created for the Hawks. 24-17, they're down by 7. And a service ace for senior.
Carter Lotz hammering that ball fearless at the line. They're getting his team as many points as they can.
As a senior, I mean, he's likely giving it his all, potentially one of the last matches in this tournament in his career. So much fight behind this serve. 24-19, 1 point to go for the Violets.
Pass to Boyer.
Into the score table, the Hawks go down to the number 1 seeded Violets, The Violets have earned a spot in the championship match tomorrow at 2 p.m. Directly following this match, after a 40-minute warm-up, we have number 3, Vassar, against number 2, Nazareth. Thank you for joining us, and we will be back.